parcels of land. Come along for the journey as we develop a real estate business from scratch. We are your hosts. I'm Knottie-Lyfe.
And I'm Aya.
Haven't come at you guys with another update in a while. Just been a lot of shit going on and stuff, so that's the Tiny with an extension on it, 8-foot extension. It's pretty good. Built well, solid. We only got it set on the temporary block still. We still got to do the foundation and stuff. So what I'm really focusing on today is, I don't know if you guys can see that, is a deck, another deck. That's kind of how this room was built, was on an over post and beam deck type scenario. So right now, that's an 8-foot deck. What happened was I built the first deck and I was like, I don't really like it as a deck because it had 2x4 floors, which was, I wouldn't say a mistake, it was just what we could deal with at the time. The lumber prices were going crazy, sky high, and normally I would have done 2x6s or 2x8s on there, but just at the time, budgetarily, that's what happened. So then I started thinking about how to re-engineer the flooring on the post and get more posts and secure the floor better. So when I did that, then it made it strong enough to build a room. So then what we did was we built the 3 walls, that side wall, and this wall. That's what happened. So then I put the door on there. So this room looked like that off the tiny house, basically. This time we went with 4x6 posts for decks. We read a lot of information on what they could hold, and for a little 8-foot deck, this is more than sufficient. Normally I do 6x6s, which is what the room is sitting on, so it's even sturdier. Now, I don't know if you can see that stack of lumber right over there is some 16, and it's assorted sizes, but they're all 2x6. We got them off of an old rotted, torn down trailer that we found on one of our properties. And so when we got to pulling everything apart, the deck was still good. The lumber was still good for the floor, but everything else had rotted it out. So we've been chopping that up and scrapping that. I'll have some videos for that coming up too, of what we've been up to with the scrapping project. And then anyways, I'm gonna end up cutting those down to length for this and making them floor joists, and they'll be joists for the deck. And then from the last deck project, since we disassembled it, except for the frame, we still had like all the deck boards and shit. And so these collared beams, if you want to call them that, or ridge beams on the deck, I don't know what you call them, but that box, the frame that boxes out this whole deck right here, was from a project I did for a neighbor. I put like a little 8x8 little garden patio type of thing, concrete thing, down the street. It's like over past that house, there's another house, and I did that over there. And then I had these extra from that project. You know, there was the form boards for that project, and I was like, well, that's the exact same lumber and size I used for building my deck extension, so might as well kill 2 birds with 1 stone. So I paid a little extra money on that job, and then I just kept the form boards because I paid for them, and then, you know, figured, you know, down the line I'll probably get to building a new deck, and there you go. So that took 4, 5, maybe 6 months I had these just sitting under a tarp right there, hiding. And then I also had all those new deck boards, which are these guys. I don't know, I think they're 6-inch boards by 1 inch thick. They're real heavy duty. Normally you get like a 5/16 deck board or something, but I want something more sturdy. So that's pretty much that. And then right in this area is going to be some stairs where you come up this direction, and then you turn left, and there's going to be a little knee wall gate right here that lets you in onto the deck. Pretty much, yeah. So we may do a deck extension a little bit out this way because we only want like a 3-foot path between the fence and any structure, so we have like easement and room around the buildings and stuff. This was supposed to happen this summer and it just didn't. Budgetarily things changed and stuff, so there's supposed to be an extension that comes out of here. It's funny, this is a country town and it's only less than 900 people that even live out here in the country, and in this area anyways. And it seems every time I get doing something, it's like more people come by than normally would be. This is like a back side streets, like thin, 1 car wide, and I don't know why the hell people using it like it's the main street. The highway through town is over that way. So anyways, little pet peeves. Nothing compared to living in the city and gunshots and murders and cops and all the other bullshit that happens out there. This is way more peaceful. We just wake up renewed and happy every day, pretty much. The only time we're not happy is when we're broke and can't do shit on the property that we're like really thirsty to want to do, like, finishing this foundation so the floors will be level and we won't have any sag there. Painting this structure because this is B grade shop grade plywood that we got off of a dealer in Dallas, and that's what made it affordable to build the tiny houses when everything was skyrocketing. They had this B grade shit that I thought was gorgeous, and I said, well, we'll just use it. I mean, it's got a really good patina to it even after the weather's hit it. And then that side is only that color because that used to be like some sort of champagne yellow and green up top, and it was black, green, and blue was our colors. And they're still good on the other side that doesn't get hit with the sun, but this side they're pretty raggedy, so we're gonna get real paint. We try to do some really organic, fresh, like water stain type shit called Knottie-Lyfe. It was pretty cool. I would use it more in a situation where the sun and the weather wasn't gonna get to it because it lasts better. Like the Knottie-Lyfe is actually even on that corner right there, and when you see it on the corner trim, the black Knottie-Lyfe takes longer for it to, and I just put these up. These have been under tarp for months, and I put them up a couple months, like a month and a half ago or something, so they haven't gotten the same sun wear that side has right there, but they're doing pretty good. With the B grade, you get inconsistent ridges, and sometimes the tongues don't want to fit together because it was supposed to be kind of like a tongue and groove or a chinking type of system, and it didn't work, so I had to cut lips off and use it like a regular, just, flat edge sheet of plywood. And so I just cover all my seams with this black 1x2 trim boards or whatever. It's just cheap, country, still looks modern, especially like when you get the front shot of this little cabin or shack, it's really modern looking. And the door is because that's a steel door we got in Dallas. Somebody wanted to get rid of it. It had the glass blocks in the top. We thought that was excellent because when you're looking through there, which is the bathroom, you actually see this really nice oak tree. So that's pretty much the situation there. And we're gonna put different hardware on there. Everything's still in flux right now. It's still just movable and whatnot. And this isn't even really our permanent house. Like our permanent house, we're planning on building somewhere over in that area, like a 600 to 1,000 foot. So that'll be really good footage. We kind of fucked up, excuse my French, on getting you guys the footage for YouTube and whatnot for this build. We have some of it's on the hard drive. It's just gonna take a while to compile it, but for right now, we're just doing update videos of where we are right now, and we'll go back and re-record season 2 and stuff. And my compressor gave out, so the neighbor let me borrow his compressor, which is cool. Let's see, what else is new you haven't seen? So that's bathroom pebbled window. So from this side, there's a lot of nosy people. You can't see into the bathroom if we're like naked, because straight through this window right there is the shower. So I thought that was smart. We got that from Dallas. Just like Craigslist and let go and offer up during the whole COVID season when everything was first jumping off and people had a shit ton of extra money from, I don't know, the stimuluses and PPP loans and whatever else people were doing. We just rode that wave and found good materials. So that's flashing tape, and that's foam to fill in the gap. And my AC is through the wall. I got tired of seeing people use them through the window, and I was like, damn, you lose the functionality of opening a window to look out of it or to let natural air in. So this was where our fire stove, I guess, was supposed to be. Oh, that's the old woman. She's telling me I gotta come inside and eat my dinner, my lunch. So it's my birthday today. I'm working on my birthday. I think that's fun, finishing shit up. So I cut this open and widened it out because it was supposed to be for a small little wood stove, and that idea was shot. We ended up not using this as an Arctic entry slash seating room and more as a little micro master bath. So that changed. We got the power in through the conduit and then ran from the pole way down there by the dumpster all the way over here. So we're on grid now, sort of half off grid, because obviously we're still hydraulically off grid, and the house is not going to have pressurized city water. I'm going to pressurize it with my own pumps. Of course, we did the dumpster pad. That's down there. The dumpster's sitting on concrete. Put the power pole in really nice and neat. I cut all of these trees out from here. I still got 2 or 3 more to cut, but it was a lot of them. Took those out, finished part of the fence, and now this deck. So that's pretty much it. I just got to get back to work and go eat my lunch because my wife says it's time to go. I got to start packing this up, drop that post in the hole, fill it up with concrete, and then next is the floor joist. After that, I'm just putting the deck boards on and we're done. And that's a wrap on this project. Trying to think if there's any more updates. We decided not to do possibly septic. We might run our drains into the city drain. We're still not totally sure on that, so that's something. So right now we're still using compost toilet and stuff, and we just have gray water drain right now. Those are our water barrels. That's another project that'll be coming up next week. I'll probably be showing you a little bit about is me installing the water tanks in an in-ground kind of cistern house and bringing the water up underneath through the floor and plumbing the whole master bathroom suite thing with hot water and all that shit, cold water, just to show you how I set it up and the system I developed my own self or engineered my own self. So like I say, things are still in flux. More than half the property's fence is not done, and it's just, it is what it is. So everything's going pretty well. So this is November 7th, and I'm Bey, and Aya's inside cooking breakfast for me on my birthday. Still got trim work to do, and we'll catch you next time. Peace. This has been another Positive Black production. This is your brother Knottie-Lyfe. I'm here signing off. Letting you guys know I appreciate you coming through and checking out our video. I'm gonna pass the mic to Aya.
Hey guys, this is Aya. Once again, I want to thank you for stopping by and checking out our tiny house build. If you enjoyed this video and you would like to see more Black positive builds, then go ahead and subscribe to Knottie-Lyfe and be sure to get all the updates to all our new videos.
And make sure you super smash that like button if you love us one time. Holla at your boy.